This is Reality Capture Experts. My name is Dustin Gardner, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Marcelo from SuperViz, a platform that many of you already know about. And there's some exciting developments with SuperViz. I don't want to talk about them. I want Marcelo to talk about them. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, thank you, Dustin. I'm good, and thank you for the opportunity as well to share what we're doing lately here at SuperViz.
Well, we're excited to see it. I know that SuperViz is a platform that, again, if somebody's watching this video and says, "What's SuperViz?" and it's, three words: an instant meeting platform. The funny thing here, Marcelo, is we're using, just for the convenience factor, we're using Zoom. And a Matterport model viewed on Zoom is so choppy, it creates a very poor user experience. And SuperViz is the opposite of that. And that's one of the things that we love about it. But I think some of the people in our community, they know about it, but they haven't used it. And it's really expensive, right?
Yeah, not really. It's actually, you're not going to spend a buck to use it at this point.
Did you say
All
a
right.
buck?
Yeah. So it's completely
Tell,
free.
tell us how that works.
Sure. So, well, just to give a little bit of background for those as well that's watching for the first time, the instant meeting platform that we offer provided the capabilities for people to meet inside Matterports, but also different assets like of 3D visualization. We actually started with 360-degree images, basic 360-degree images, and we went to Matterport, Autodesk, Sketchfab. So always providing this immersive collaboration for people to actually benefit from this types of tools. And
So
what
not
we
just Matterport, but Autodesk, which is huge, but Sketchfab, which we're huge fans of. Are there any other platforms besides the three just mentioned that are either available on the SuperViz platform or you're working on implementing?
Yes, well, on the platform that we're going to show, like Meeting Matter, it's just Matterport. The instant meeting platform provided that, but now with the SDK that we went that way, it actually works with any type of 3D web visualization and also 2D. So the way we build the components, you're able to embed this technology, this collaboration technology inside any applications. We have customers building the SDK with Unreal Engine, for example. So it actually goes beyond what we been working on the way we have built the SDK.
So the two pillars of this call for us today to share this information with our community, our internal reality capture experts community, and also our much larger external reality capture experts community, is to talk about the SuperViz platform now being free with no strings attached. You don't need to put your credit card in or even your email address, which I think is awesome. It's amazing that you guys are now able to offer this while you shift your focus to the SDK and providing benefits and collaboration and programming for the SDK. So those are the two things we're going over. Free is always something fun to talk about, but I'm more interested in hearing about the SDK and how we can leverage SuperViz at a higher level. So let's go ahead and talk about the free part first.
Okay, sure. So, well, we've been working with this for a while, and we know how robust our solution is. So it's super stable. The video chat just works greatly. We have a high capacity of 16 people. The broadcast mode also offers up to 230 people available for SDK users. Avatars is quite smooth. So it's working great. And now that we decided to actually go the open innovation way and collaborate with others, that's when we built the free solution to keep supporting the Matterport community. We want to keep offering them the capabilities to do immersive meetings, to help them on their presentations, for example, as you mentioned, instead of doing just a Zoom call and have not a great experience, you can actually show the space on a free way. So this is why we built Meeting Matter, and let me share the screen here so we can start taking a look at it.
And what we'll do as a supplement to this video, which we'll probably put onto to YouTube, is we'll put the hyperlinks right there on the YouTube, the links that we'll need to access SuperViz.
Okay. All right. So this basically it's our the simplest version we could build from SuperViz, and it's an example of the SuperViz SDK as well. So we built that in 2 days. Of course, we're experts. We have been building that for the last few years, but in 2 days, we're able to do this. So as you mentioned, there's no strings attached. We don't capture emails. We don't ask any credit card information or anything. It's a free platform, totally free platform that generates 60-minute links for up to 16 people. The idea
I don't
is
want
that
to talk to
people,
anybody for more than an hour. So I
yeah,
think 60 minutes is perfect.
exactly. And the idea is to actually enable people to use Matterport's different capabilities, not just send the link over to a customer after you've done it, but you can actually, hey, come on, let me show you what I have built on your space, like how I have captured. So you can do a review call. You can use that even to support to get more customers, to do more, maybe more captures or more services. So,
I can see that where it would be an excellent
you know,
prospecting tool. So right now the URL is
me,
meetin.com. I supplied, before we start our call, I just gave you a Matterport tour URL that I had on my desktop. So all you're going to do is copy and paste
exactly.
that URL, and then we're going to be
So
in the
yeah,
space.
exactly. So I get the link that I want to use. I just paste it here. I hit the go button, and then it's going to generate a meeting matter button. I can simply copy that and add to my invite if I want to keep that saved for another moment, or I can hit start. Once I hit start, it simply loads the tour, loads the meeting interface, and then I can just write my name here. I'll leave my camera off because I'm in Zoom as well. My mic off, so I don't hear any echo from my side. Just choose a default avatar and join the call. So I can share this link with people that I want to see in the space with me. I'm even going to send that on the chat for you here, so you can take a look at that as well, and maybe people will see both of us inside the tour.
Got it.
When you,
And let's see here.
and that's it. So the counter is already started. So we have while you join. Let me just give an overview of the interface. So the counter here counts up to 60 minutes, as you know, and the features are pretty much the same you've seen in SuperViz Instant Meeting. So for those that use it, they're gonna feel the similarity, but you can screen share. You have a chat here embedded as well. We can go grid view mode if that's the case. So once you join, we can just quickly go over the interface so people understand why do we call it immersive meetings.
No, this is great. It's and it's simple because and I can see you. So right now I see you in the space. I'm walking down.
Yes.
No, this is wonderful. And you've just made it so easy. I mean, so tremendously easy, because all I need to do is create that link. I can put it in a calendar invitation, for a day from now or a month from now. And once I'm ready to start the meeting, I just go in and hit start. And then here we are. So I see your avatar. I see where it is that you're positioned and looking around. And now you can explain this Matterport space to me in real time. This is awesome.
Yeah. And as we had on the instant meeting, for example, as the host, I can activate the follow. And this way you can guide even someone that's not familiar with Matterport. So this way you're going to be following me around. And as I move, as I look around, you follow me. Let me give the follow to you, for example, so people are seeing my screen share. They can also see how the follow works from the other perspective. So I'm not doing anything on the tour and I'm following you around. So this way you can explain me the space. You can show me
Well,
around.
what we're going to do
and
right now,
interact.
Marcelo, we're going to go up the elevator. And what do you think about that?
There you go. Great. That's a perfect guidance, virtual guidance.
Wonderful.
All right.
Well, let's and
yeah.
again, I'm showing people SuperViz, the ones that don't know what SuperViz is, and the fact that it's now a free tool. Let's go ahead and stop this screen share, and let's
Yes.
transition into the SDK, because that's something that a lot of our our community could tap into to make a lot more dollars and cents. And it's okay, there we go. And it's a little bit more involved in terms of this explanation, but maybe not coming from you.
Yeah. So that's what you mentioned. So the SDK is something we found was interesting because people were requesting, hey, I want to use SuperViz with my other Matterport platforms. I don't want to subscribe to a new one and all that. So why not collaborate and help the community, the end user, get the best experience? So SDK is basically, it's a software development kit for those that are not familiar. So it's meant for developers. So some companies, if they don't want to develop something internally or from scratch, which they would spend months developing, or they would need to dedicate a developer to do it, they can use SDKs in the market. And this will provide them the full capabilities, almost a no-code platform that they can bring these functionalities to their platform. So when we decided to do that, it was really great. Like lots of companies showed interest on using that because they had that on the roadmap, but they didn't have the time to get there yet. Mm-hmm. So as an example,
I know that your founder, Russ, who
yes.
is a big brain thinker, and you also have a team of individuals. Now you're located, your office is based in Brazil, is that correct?
Well, we are a fully remote company, so I'm based in Brazil. We have some developers based in Brazil as well, but our VP of engineering is in Denmark, for example. Russ is always from the US and Brazil, so he's always traveling as well. So we are all around the globe. So no.
As a global company, you are experts at this point in the implementation and development of SDKs. And so is there an example of a company that other Matterport users may know of that is currently plugged into your tools?
Yes. So MP Skin was one of the first ones that developed that integrated our SDK.
You're talking about MP Skin and our friend Norbert.
Exactly, Norbert.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I know Norbert's going to be watching this. Hi, Norbert.
Yeah, hi Norbert. Great speaking to you virtually again. But yes, we have also a video on our YouTube channel talking about the integration, where they mentioned what they were able to provide to their users. So anyone that uses MP-Skin also have access to immersive meetings, so those immersive capabilities, without needing to, like export the tool or take it to another platform. So
and I think that was some of the heartburn, Marcelo, in our industry as a whole. I'm an MP Skin user. I already pay a small fee for its layers of functionality. Now I have to go out and purchase another third-party platform at another fee. So what you've done is you've partnered with MP Skin, or MP Skin has partnered with you through the SDK, and now all the functionality of SuperViz is available on their platform. So it's only one fee.
Exactly.
That makes a ton of sense. And so that makes sense in my pea-sized brain with Autodesk and some of the other platforms that are out there, not just Matterport, how we can look for opportunities to even bring business relationships to SuperViz. So how would that work if we identified another player in the industry that had a platform that would benefit from instant meeting visualization? How would that work?
Yeah, so anyone that you feel that would make sense to add immersive collaboration to, you can simply, like, our website shows everything they must have to integrate, and it gives all the summary of everything we're talking about. And they can contact me directly, they can introduce me to that company, and we can start some conversations. The starter plan of the SDK is free as well. So we like free packages, we like free versions. So it's a free package for people to actually start developing and test the concept. And so they can develop, we include 1,000 minutes per month. So they can run tests, they can show to customers. And if it makes sense, they can jump to production and actually start to offer that as part of their services.
There's no barrier to take that inspiration one has and develop an inspiration into something that would be far greater than what they even imagined, from the onset or the spark of the idea, and then partner with SuperViz. And I know that your fee structure is extremely generous. But the things we want to cover on today's call is SuperViz functionality is now free for everyone within our industry with the Matterport meetings. And so being able to have a meeting like the one that you just showed us, no credit card, you're not even scraping email addresses, which I think is awesome.
Nothing.
We know a lot of
Exactly.
companies that offer something for free, but they scrape that email address so that way they can either take your customer or bombard that person with ads, and you're not doing that. I love that. That's one of the reasons we wanted to have a call like this, because we're excited to share this, basically it's not brand new, but the free version is brand new, and that's very exciting. But also how SuperViz makes its money, how you guys keep the lights on, is with a deeper level of engagement with the SDK. So now we know. And so this is, it's the awareness. How can we give back to SuperViz now that you're giving us such a great tool at no cost and no strings attached? But that's probably all we have time for today. What I'll do is when I transition this video from Zoom, and again on Zoom, it's a horrible viewing experience on any Matterport model. I know, because we've done it 100 times and we always cringe. So we're going to start using the SuperViz product when we demo any Matterport model with any client from this point forward, because there's no barrier to entry. It's free, but we're also going to look for opportunities where we can plug in some of our contacts and put them in contact with you, so you can create through the SDK some greater levels of functionality. This just elevates our industry. So by the innovation that you and Russ and SuperViz and your big brains bring to the industry, this just keeps us growing. And the more that we grow, the more viable this industry will be for us and those like us for many, many years in the future. That's what I'm most excited about, is we're at the base of Mount Everest. We're all looking up and we can't see the top of the mountain. That span of distance is opportunity, and we're at the base level of that opportunity. And people like you, Marcelo and Russ, are helping us to ascend and ascend more quickly. Let me turn that off. So I will put that information into the YouTube link. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience before we go?
Well, we're actually really excited to take on this free version and open that for everybody. There, at the end of every call, there's a optional, again, like we don't collect any information, but there's an optional feedback form. So I invite anyone that uses Meeting Matter that want to provide feedback, positive, negative, opportunities, new features, just keep filling us the forms and providing feedback, because Meeting Matter can even grow from the starting point or generate ideas for other SDK users. But
that's a great way for us to give back. If we have an idea you haven't thought of, let us give back so we can keep this platform available for us to use for many years into the future. But also to be able to keep our finger on the pulse of SuperViz, so that way we're aware of all of the latest and greatest and new things to come that you will build and offer to us, so that way we can use it in the marketplace to either attract new customers or retain existing ones. That's all we have time for today. Marcelo, thank you for taking some time out of your schedule to meet with us here at Reality Capture Experts. And until next time, I'm Dustin Gardner. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.